Thank you very much. That was Major General Siddharkarji with us. Now we move on to our next news. U.S. Republican lawmaker Marjorie Taylor Greene, a longtime ally of President Donald Trump, who recently had a dramatic falling out with the president, says that she is resigning from the House of Representatives effective on January 5th. The dispute between President Trump and the Georgia lawmaker has fueled concerns among some Republicans that Trump's Make America Great Again base could fracture a year before midterm elections. When Democrats hope to regain control of Congress, Greene in recent weeks has taken positions at odds with the White House and some of her fellow Republicans, which led the president to withdraw his endorsement of her. Greene's resignation will narrow the Republican majority in the White House to 218 members over the Democrats' 213. Meanwhile, Republicans have a 53 to 47 majority in the Senate. Let's listen into what Taylor Greene has shared.
Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for. However, while yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy, my life is filled with happiness, and my true convictions remain unchanged, because my self-worth is not defined by a man, but instead by God, who created everything in existence. You see, I have never valued power, titles, or attention, in spite of all the wrong assumptions about me. I do not cling to those things because they are meaningless and empty traps that hold too many people in Washington. I believe in term limits and do not think Congress should be a lifelong career or an assisted living. And I have fought against Democrats' damaging policies like the Green New Deal, wide open, deadly, unsafe border policies, and the trans agenda on children and against women. With that has brought years of non-stop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander and lies about me that most people could never withstand even for a single day. It has been unfair and wrong, not only to me, but especially to my family, but it's been wrong to my district as well.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Shruti Das Gupta. She's an international affairs expert, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Shruti, for joining us again. Great to see you. Now looking at her, this news, how could Greene's break from Trump influence broader dynamics between MAGA faction and traditional Republican leadership ahead of midterm elections? And are they going through some kind of change? How significant was she for MAGA?
Greetings, Asuma. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you.
What I do understand is that Marjorie's resignation is a very smart political move because it ensures that although she is going to resign pre-term, it was already said that Trump will not endorse her or probably nominate her from the Republicans' time when her term was over. So taking a self-determined break from the Republicans like this is to her benefit, because it will fracture the MAGA vote. People who, and I do believe a large part will vote for her because she's raised concerns of affordability, the Epstein files, two things which are very, very dear to the MAGA community. They do stand behind Trump, but not in this case, because there are a large number of doubting Thomases asking why Trump was hesitating in the first place. Why did he have to be pushed by Marjorie and others into revealing this? Although Marjorie has her own personal political horse to flog, she was a supporter of Matt Gaetz, who was wanting to be Attorney General, who was not nominated, whose nomination was taken back by Trump after a few controversial things came out about his past. And she had then spoken that if everybody's closets were going to be examined, a lot of skeletons will come out, be it Republican or Democrat. So she had hitched her wagon to that particular individual and has been campaigning in the name of Epstein files since then, asking for a full release so that nobody is spared. Of course, the way these files are going to be released, even though after the sign of President Trump, there is a clause that if there is an ongoing investigation, the full declaration is not going to be made public. And so there are a lot of people who are going to be spared the embarrassment of having their names displayed in full public view. But Marjorie herself has made a smart move. Now Democrats are hailing her as a fearless tigress, a fearless politician, and that she puts Americans first rather than be the MAGA community. So the Democrats are now hailing the person that Trump is calling a rhino, a Republican in name only. And so it is going to split the votes, probably benefit the Democratic nominee, because after her resignation within 30 days, they're going to have to hold an election on that place. And Democrats are definitely in a more positive place than Republicans in winning that particular seat now.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Shruti Dasgupta for sharing that. Please stay with us as we stay in this region now. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump met New York City's mayoral election